What was that like?
It was incredible, man. It was a really when Pierce Brosnan is telling you this is one of the dopest things I've ever done.
Dude,
he is the best.
You could have said Dwayne Johnson. I wouldn't have reacted like that.
Yeah.
Pierce
Brosnan's
Brosnan's
the
my
fucking
guy.
man.
Let me
That's
tell you
James
something.
Bond, bro.
Exactly. That was his first scene was with me.
Subscribe to the podcast, KFC Radio on YouTube.
Bang.
You ready to rock?
Yeah, hell yeah. Of course.
All right, let's do it because I'm happy we finally got to do this in person because we did it over Zoom and it didn't
the same.
hit right.
It was fun though. I still had fun.
No, it was good, but it's just
listening to you guys.
it's
you know
always
what I
so
mean?
much better in person. So I was like, let's run it back.
God damn, you smell good.
Yo, I don't know what it is. I feel like
It's a secret too. Man.
I feel like
Do you keep it a secret?
Oh yeah.
meaning
completely.
like just which brand or it's like some shit you can't even get.
Yeah, both. Yeah, a little bit. of
Yeah.
both.
Dude, fuck off.
You
You
can
got
get
some like
it,
you
but
mixing
it's
some
like-
shit up in your bathtub or something. What's
Yes,
going on?
exactly.
Would you tell me if I asked you off camera?
I would not.
No, really?
I wouldn't,
Dude, see,
yeah.
I don't wear deodorant.
People
or
who have
anything.
a cologne they go
You
to,
have
they
a
don't
scent.
tell.
Why don't you wear deodorant?
I just
Anything?
don't need it. Like
You
so
don't
Also, I
I
believe-
don't stink.
Yeah.
But I don't smell good.
It's weird.
Okay.
He doesn't sweat. He doesn't.
Oh, that's
he doesn't
good,
have
though.
hair.
I'm not
It's bizarre.
I'm anti-deodorant. If I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
a deodorant, I'll pop it on. Sure, I don't give a shit.
I'm not a deodorant guy. I'm an antiperspirant guy.
Yeah,
You
me
know
too.
what mean?
I need
You know
this
what
shit that's like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
Oh, I
sweat.
don't even know what
Yeah.
the difference is.
Deodorant just like masks
One-
the smell, so all of a sudden it's just like your sweat and your
Exactly.
deodorant smell mixed
Yeah.
together.
Smell like
Antiperspirant
eucalyptus
like
and shit.
gets in there and like stops the fucking sweating.
Yeah.
Clogs your pores.
Yeah, the good
See,
shit.
I don't need that.
That
That's
chemical
what- that's
shit.
not what I need.
No, you don't need that, but
No, I need
most
that
people
for
do.
sure.
I need
Yeah,
that for
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I were to wear, I feel like white guys who wear cologne smell like douchebags.
Yeah, cologne is a thing.
Like a different, you know what I mean?
This is the thing
Yo.
that happened to me.
Dude, speaking of all of this,
Yeah.
this is going to be a little inside baseball. This weekend, when our cab driver picked us up and we stopped at Walmart,
Oh, Mr. Joey.
Mr. Joey,
Where were you?
we were in Naples for a wedding,
got a
right?
story.
And we stopped at Walmart. We had to get Kevin had to get shoes for a wedding, so we stopped in Walmart.
$24 at Walmart.
And our cab driver went
I ain't
in
mad at that.
and bought cologne.
obsession.
Who couldn't
Calvin Klein.
open it, and
Yeah.
then he needed to put it on in that moment.
He said I bought the cologne that I used to wear like back in the 80s or something. It was a Calvin
Bro,
Klein obsession.
Obsession is mad old. Bro.
It's like
I
the
didn't
first
even know,
cologne
yeah.
ever. I think he legit said this is what I wore when I was like a kid, and I'm doing the math. It was like when he was like the 70s and 80s.
When I was a kid, it was all about that cool water.
Yeah,
Cool water.
there was
and
cool
that
water.
Jupe.
Oh, I
It was,
was-
we had Aqua di Gio or
Yeah.
Aqua di Jo. There was
Jupe.
I was
Jupe.
Polo
Yeah.
Blue. Polo Blue was my.
Polo was a big one.
Yeah.
Curve was it called?
Curve.
Curve.
Yeah. The little fucking.
I rocked the
little
Nautica
olive
one. I had the
bottle.
Nautica blue, like looked like a boat.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's like the perception I have when I put on cologne is like I feel like I'm an 8th grader going to like the school dance again, trying to smell good.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's
I
not.
just stopped doing colognes. I don't do cologne.
So what is this scent then?
It's like a mixture of oils, you know.
That's that real
oils
shit.
Yeah. Like you could take a bath in the thing if you wanted to.
Shit.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
shit.
Yeah. So it just becomes like
Part of you. So
It's
you just
fucking
always
work.
like
Yeah,
smell like
yeah.
this. Yeah. Listen,
I'm a little uncomfortable.
I'm about to jump your
Yeah.
bones,
Here's
bro.
the deal. I had a bunch of caffeine today. That makes you kind of gay.
Hello.
I'm gonna just step right out. Oh yeah, Mo came in smelling good, and John had a coffee, and next thing you know, I was on the outs.
We've adopted 3 children.
Damn, that's probably some cultural shit too, though. Nobody in my family's mixing up oils and smelling good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys
it's a
got the
big
inside
cultural
track
thing.
on that one.
No, we do. It's definitely an ancient thing
Yeah,
for sure.
Right,
for sure.
right. So that's just you all the time, then? Like you just always.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty much.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Even when like you forget and you leave, you still like it's because it's not like
like
an
in you.
overpowering.
yeah.
It's not like a Persian guy. Like,
Right,
you know what I mean?
All right,
All
well, how
love to
about
my
this?
Persian
What
friends.
what if all of a sudden, what if like next time we met each other, I smelled like somewhat like you? Would you be like,
Yeah.
what the fuck's going on? Like, how'd you figure out that shit?
I would be inquisitive.
Yeah.
Yes, I would be like, what happened? But it's also not that hard, you know. Like you got to just go and do it.
yeah.
We're gonna start getting smell analysts in this room.
And I like
put it
I like
together.
the subtlety of it. You would never guess. You know.
Yeah, no. The next time, like,
Yeah.
we're gonna fuck it up. We're not gonna be subtle.
Some women would be like, "Is that tobacco, vanilla?"
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
swear to
Little
God,
hint of whiskey in
I'm
there.
Like,
Right.
Yeah, there is some tobacco
Yeah, they know.
scent, and there is.
Write that
a
down.
little
Tobacco
bit.
and vanilla.
Yeah.
Did you think you were
It was
going to do 10
nine
minutes of what you
other
smell like
things.
when you got
I thought we were already on.
We're rocking, man. Let's go.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, no, that's usually how the show goes. People are always like, "Wait, what? That was it?" Yeah, that was the interview, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
So what are you in New York for?
Carolines? I'm doing
Yeah.
Carolines this week. I'm getting back out because I just filmed my series, so I've just been editing my baby.
Yeah, how much of a hand you have in that?
All of it.
You doing it
all
yourself?
of it. Yeah, I'm
Wow.
the creator of the show.
That
and
is
it's
like
everything.
I feel like that's where a lot of the real work comes in too, right?
No,
Like,
it is. It absolutely is, man. And it's been so much fun, bro. It's been so much. Like I knew that I would enjoy it, but I didn't know I would love it as much as I am loving it. Like I think this might be my favorite part of the process.
thing that you've
Really?
done so far.
Yeah, because you like putting all the pieces together, right? It's like the things that are in your head that you couldn't necessarily like communicate as well. Now you're getting just to execute them, and then the producers and everybody gets to see.
We
what
just
you've
pass
been
it off to
working
him,
on.
and he makes the magic happen.
Yeah, well,
I couldn't even. I
it's
don't even
always a
remember half
collab-
the things that we
It's
film or say or whatever.
Yeah, sure, but it's definitely a collaborative effort, of course. But the story is definitely in my DNA. It's about my life, and it's important to do that. But I love the notes too. It's like important. Sometimes you're too close to the elephant; you can't really see it, and then somebody will give you a note, be like, "Oh man, why didn't I see that?" And then you just fix it, or you get something and you're like, "Oh, I know what's missing here. It's not that note, but it's this." So it's been a lot of fun just working out this puzzle, man.
For the longest time, we all were just kind of working on our own, almost like early days.
Sure.
And it was like you maybe had a friend filming for you or a girlfriend holding the phone or whatever.
Sure.
For the longest time, we didn't really have like our cameraman or our editor or whatever.
Right.
And you realize how valuable that is when you like get the
man.
right people. Because there are times I'll film something, I'm like, oh, that wasn't that funny. But then the way they cut it, edit, and all of a sudden I'm like,
Exactly.
now it's fucking hilarious.
Exactly.
And so it really is. It's just as that's why.
And then
I can't stand
sometimes the
people don't
opposite
give-
thing happens where you're like, "This is gonna be so
Yeah,
funny,"
and
and
it
then you
doesn't
watch
translate.
it, you're like, "Oh, we gotta fix this."
Yeah,
Like, and then you put it together, and it's really funny, just as you thought, but it required some massaging. Whatnot. But the show has been so much fun. That's why I haven't been doing that much stand up because it just requires so much time. And I got Common to score the show, so Common and the band have just like been in the studio, and that's been like an amazing experience. Just seeing that all come together, just
That's
seeing them
unbelievable.
play with different sounds and vibes, and
And that's just
every
for like the
scene
music in
the scene, and the scoring of the whole series, the whole thing.
And when's
Making
that?
original
When
tracks.
can we expect that? Is there any due date or anything?
It's supposed to be like early fall.
Oh, that's not far away.
I don't know. It's not. That's
Yeah.
why I'm like gonna get. I wrote the opening to the series like December 2014.
What's like the vibe of the series? What can we
Well,
expect?
it's about a refugee
like your
living
life
in
story?
Texas,
Yeah.
basically off of my special, like Muhammad living in Texas, but just talking about how he's still waiting for his papers and he has to work under the table and he has a bunch of these like odd jobs while he's trying to take care of his, look after his mom and his brother. His dad died when he was young and his brother's autistic and, it's just like dealing through that whole world and navigating that while telling these great origin stories through flashbacks. What's the mom's story? What's the dad's story? What's the brother about? What's
Still
the
comedy,
fish out
or
of
is this
water?
like but
Let me tell you something. It's a really grounded
yeah.
comedy where all the characters are like stripped down home, it's like real characters in the show, and there's definitely some potent, sad moments.
Right.
And you're like
just
at home,
serious
right?
moments.
Like when we talked to you, weren't you like at your middle school or something like that? Or
I think
high school?
that's
Yeah,
where
that's
I was
cool.
filming that flashback. I'll show you offhand, man. It's just like they just uploaded it to Netflix, like on the where I can preview, and it's just it was so exciting
fucking
to see
dope.
it for the first
Dude, that's
time.
gotta be so. Dude, like we
Oh,
used to
man,
shows back in
nervous.
Boston, and I'm not from Boston, but
Yeah.
it's my home state.
Sure.
And even that was like, oh, this is sick. Like I'm back home kind of deal.
It's how refugees feel, bro. Exactly. It's, like, it's home, bro. I'm like,
Doing shit like at your actual like
But
school and stuff.
What's
has to be
what's
unbelievable.
cool is that if you nail it, or even come close to nailing it, like the fans, the people from there are like they love the fact that you put them on. And you just,
No, absolutely. It's the first narrative sitcom ever filmed in Houston. So there's which is shocking.
which is
to me.
crazy. I think I remember you saying that. And I was like,
It's
get the fuck out of
bananas,
here.
bro.
No way.
It's bananas.
Yeah.
It's the first.
That's
ever.
not like some little,
It's the
podunk
fourth
town.
largest city in America. It's like, how has this not happened? And
Right.
it has so much to offer, and it's so unique in its own right. So, I just thought, like, I've always had the vision of doing a show in Houston. That was a big selling point. That's the only reason, not selling point, but part of the pitch was, we're filming this in Houston, just FYI. Like,
right.
We have to do it in Houston. I'm not doing it I'm not doing Reba in Houston, which is a great show.
No shade to Reba. I want no smoke with Reba McEntire, bro.
No smoke. I want to come out and see Reba, which was took place in Houston, but was filmed in a studio in L.A. You never really, and we filmed everything.
You live in L.A. though, right?
No,
you live in Houston.
I live in Houston.
You stayed
Houston, New York.
Yeah.
I'm in New York probably 3-4 months out of the year, and then touring. So I'm just, getting back up on stage and getting it going again. I haven't taken this much time off in like 23 years of stand-up, so
when was the last time you were on stage?
I went up on Friday, but the first time...
prior. Like, when was, like, how long was the longest?
I sprinkled a few. It was like a month. But for a guy that goes up relentlessly every week, it was just really odd, but also really important.
Yeah, for you guys, it's like missing a meal. It's like you go up 7
really
times a week. It's like
it's really
you
weird.
take a month off. It's like you're not breathing.
Yeah. Dave called me the other day. He's like, "You going up?" Because he's in town doing shows and stuff. And I go, man, I'm doing shows all week, and I'm getting like the butterflies again. Like, it's exciting, So that's a really cool feeling to have, actually, to step away from it. But it's like, I can't fuck this up. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta do this.
No, I mean, that's...
It's either I'm the pride of Houston or I'm moving to Waxahachie.
I feel like you're pretty established, though.
It's a great show.
JJ Watt got traded.
Yeah. Arizona Cardinals.
You're the king now.
Yeah, Deshaun's gone.
You're basically the king of Houston now. What's they got?
What a garbage franchise.
I mean, Houston sports is not really.
No, Houston Astros are killing it. They're still fine.
No, the Astros are great. They're beloved.
Phenomenal.
The most popular guys out there. You want to talk about a trash organization? Talking about a literal trash can organization, bro. I'm all about it. I hate it.
Hey, we're a pro cheating.
I'm all about it.
I'm not anti.
First of all, they all cheat.
Yeah, right.
What's going on with the Yankees? They're about to get pinched. They went to the U.S. Congress of Appeals, and they said you have to unseal this letter. There's been a letter for like 5 years that was sealed by the Yankees that has them cheating, and they've just gone to like the furthest lengths to keep this shit sealed, like it's some sort of fucking government assassination document or something. Yeah. They're gonna open it up and be like, "You used Apple Watches to cheat," and that's gonna be it. But everybody does it. So.
I don't feel like I really don't believe that he had some kind of like Altuve had some wire.
No, I think it was garbage.
It's so weird. It's like, you look at his picture, he just wanted his shirt ripped off. Like, shut up.
He didn't help any. He didn't do himself any favors though when he said like my wife was going to get mad at me if they tore my shirt off.
I forgot about that.
That was suspect.
That was weird.
They were trying to tear his shirt off on the whole. You never know, crazy girls.
Somebody some type of relationship, very conservative. Like, I don't want you out there.
All right, Mr. Altuve. All right. We're not in court here. We're not defending him.
Are you fucking Jose?
I would like to tell Jose. Thank you, Jose, for that autographed baseball in the middle of the game last season. It was very sweet. That's what happened in the middle of the game. I'm not going to talk trash about my guy.
No, you shouldn't. No, and you shouldn't.
But you can also
he's wildly talented.
If it came down to the
Massachusetts
Mets,
guy, which makes me a Patriots guy, which obviously makes me a Brady guy.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's on something.
Absolutely.
Listen,
that motherfucker's
like, should we cut that and have that?
Oh, I've said that a million times. Tom Brady's doing. He's 43 years old.
It doesn't make sense.
He's not like so. Like when it comes out that Tom Brady did something, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, no way. Like, no.
He's on a Brazilian diet.
Yeah, no fucking shit he is. He's on something illegal. That's for sure.
I love when people think like if you're talking about like business and fucking finance and stock market and trade, you know that everyone in that game and the legal game, lawyers and all that shit, you know that there are grimy fucking like sleazy cheaters who
of course.
So like why would that
people.
Right.
Yeah, right. So why would it not be? Why would your favorite athlete?
Robert Kraft still owns the Patriots, even though he got jerked off in a massage parlor.
By the way, talk about Robert Kraft. He recently got engaged.
Yeah, which is insane to get engaged at the age of like 90.
80 years old. He's 80 years old.
Yeah, good for her.
No, dude, that's the fucked up. That's the sexist part of media and all that shit. Everyone thought he was just dating some cute little blonde.
She's old too?
She's a 34-year-old doctor.
Oh, so she's doing good herself?
Yeah. She doesn't need Robert Kraft.
Listen, there's doctor money and then there's Bob Kraft money.
Well, dude, doctor money.
It's Doctor Money ain't what it used to be,
Doctor
bro.
Money is not what you think it is. It's not a franchise. How many doctors do you know own a sports franchise?
Bro, she just
slow you down here. Rock
just got out of school.
With the Chris Rock when he talks about the neighborhood he lived in Jersey, when it was like he's like it's me, Jay-Z, and Eddie Murphy live in this neighborhood, and he's like, one of the greatest comics, the greatest comic, the greatest rapper. And it's like, our neighbor's a dentist.
That's hilarious.
People need those teeth, baby.
It is
People
like
need
that.
the teeth.
though. It is like that. And I look at those guys too, and I think about them. I'm like kind of envious of that. You know what I mean? Like they're doing super well.
And it's
they're not under a
the crazy
microscope.
hassle.
They're
Yeah,
just, you know what I mean?
being rich but not famous is where it's at.
Isn't it right? I think
to not. I mean, even look at Chappelle. It's like every fucking thing he says now is under a microscope, right?
Yeah.
It's like if you could just imagine, you just do your thing and.
I mean, but do you remember the greatest dentist of all time? No. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I'll tell you what. I know my dentist has an indoor pool. I know that.
You remember that?
I know that for a fucking fact.
Yeah, but
I know he doesn't wake up every day in a panic and check Twitter to see if he's in trouble.
I'm sure he's fantastic. Also, when he's dead, nobody's like looking at pictures of his greatest work ever.
Well, I guess it depends on what
Look at that rear molar work he did. Wow.
Look at that trench mouth he fixed.
She didn't have any teeth, and wow, it's permanent dentures. I've never.
But you know what?
That's
there
gonna live
there
on
are people,
forever.
though,
It's not gonna happen.
If
But I
you're
don't
not
care
a
about
legacy
that.
guy, yeah, like
I'm not a legacy guy. When I'm
yeah.
dead, don't talk about me ever again.
Well, we won't. Don't worry, we won't.
You want to be talked about? Man.
No.
Trust me. Yeah.
No. I don't want to be talking about while I'm alive. Forget about when I'm dead.
Is that
now I'm keeping you alive, whether you like it or not. I'm visiting your grave for the rest of your life.
My mom's gonna be like, "Should you pull the plug?" Mo busted into the hospital room. It's actually happening in a hotel.
Yeah.
Leave it in.
Just right before you die, I'll tell you what cologne I'm wearing.
Yeah.
It's
final words? Tobacco, vanilla, cucumber, lavender.
there's no cucumber. That's
the only-
just tells
only
me you
thing
don't know
I know.
anything
Yeah, I don't
about
know. I don't know
sex.
shit, dude.
Dude, lavender's a little too much estrogen.
Yes, that's white girl shit.
I remember hearing about that when I was in college, and like that lavender has a lot
great
of
college.
estrogen in it.
Yeah.
And it was like, I remember in college when I was a dumb idiot, and I continue to be today. But it was like estrogen gives you fucking tits.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't eat soy. And had soy, I was like, I'm out. And I wouldn't do anything with lavender. So I heard lavender gave you tits. And the thing is, I already
hilarious.
had tits.
Yeah. You don't want them to get bigger, though.
I didn't want them to get bigger.
That's understandable, honestly. You
I
were
was-
happy
I
with
was
the
like,
B
I don't
cup.
have any room left.
He's like, look, I gotta to stay with the B cup.
I'm like
That's what
fighting my
going for.
roommates. Like, did you get lavender shampoo?
You remember when we were kids and we found out that Mountain Dew and yellow Starburst were?
Yeah.
Did you know that shit? Well, it was
forgot,
anything that had yellow number 5 in it with yellow Starburst and Mountain Dew and anything that was like yellow colored.
Yeah.
Apparently like lowered your sperm count or something. And apparently like 5th grade me was worried about my sperm.
Oh, I was
like, I can't.
I'm pretty sure like every fast food restaurant
All
and
of that
every
shit.
piece of like canned food,
all
and
synthetic.
all of it is
gross,
just garbage.
all terrible for you.
I'm pretty sure
I haven't eaten
that all of it
actual food in
affects you in the wrong way.
weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like this whole idea that is it cleared by the FDA? I want the shit that's not cleared by the FDA. That'll
how
make
you
me
know
feel
it's good,
way
man.
more comfortable.
Yeah.
You gotta get a damn booster and all this shit. I'm just so sick.
I
of
still
it.
haven't gotten that.
I had to do it contractually. I had to do
Did
it.
you?
It's working out in New York. Like
I was about to
I'm
get it, but then I got
anti
COVID.
it,
So I
but
didn't.
it's just like to get the vaccine
I'm not-
itself, you could just walk into the Javits.
yeah.
And you can't do that anymore. And I don't make
schedule
appointments for
it or-
anything.
Well,
so-
here's the thing. I'm not anti anything either. I'm like anti no logic. You know, like I've had COVID twice. Speak about it publicly in my special, and I'm vaccinated. Obviously, I'm good to go. Like,
Right,
scientifically,
It's just-
I'm good
it's
to
fine,
go.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I've kissed COVID in the lips unknowingly like 30, 40 times, and I didn't get COVID. I'm pretty sure
We're good now,
You know,
yeah.
I'm still like, there's no. You can't talk this way.
I know, but it's
this
also
is the rules.
It's just
Go
gonna
get
be
your
this,
jab.
It's gonna
Like,
be this way forever, dude.
it-
Or not forever, but
can't
for a
be
long.
forever, can
It's
it,
gonna be
man?
it's gonna be this way long enough that it's like
Like I got
We're
a
gonna
tinkle
fucking-
in like a little tickle in my pinky toe. Is that from the booster? I don't know. That's happening right now.
right.
Or is it bad posture?
You got a bad
I'm
pinky?
scared.
Bro, I got a bad
scared.
pinky toe myself. My right pinky toe.
I was just
Not
kidding.
good.
I feel great.
Yeah.
No, Mom, my right pinky's bad. I haven't had the booster. I'm not blaming the
I
booster.
feel like that's not the only thing. Though. I feel like there's more story behind it.
yeah, diabetes.
God forbid. God forbid. God forbid.
You feel like you got like the itch for your own show doing Rami and stuff, or was that always in the plan for you?
No, actually, the story is that I pitched Rami on this opening scene of my series a long time ago because we were like hanging out a lot, and for a stretch in LA, we shared an apartment, just like going back and forth when I was in and out.
That's a bomb
and I was like,
right
yo,
there.
I got this like great idea for a show, and we were talking about a show for me, and I was just like really focused about doing my first special, and then from there doing my series, and then another special, and so that flashback I pitched to him before he even thought of a show for himself, which was so exciting for him. Obviously, I love Rami. We're partners, and that's my guy. It's my brother. So yeah, it was just a great situation. It already existed before the show Rami came out. So that's something that actually Chappelle encouraged me to do. We were working together at the House of Blues in Dallas, and after I performed, he walked up to me and he goes, "Hey man, we should do we should do your special, and you should maybe do like a short film up top." And I've never like thought about that before. I was like, "Oh, a short film up top." It's like, yeah, I could probably do that. In my mind, I just couldn't shake it, bro. I just couldn't stop thinking about it.
The seed was planted.
He was like, "If you do it right, boom," and he taps me on the shoulder. He's like, "You can win an Emmy if you do this right." I was like, damn. I was like, that's coming from Dave. Like, he was in the middle of his comeback. He hasn't even put out a special yet at that time. And then I was like, okay. I couldn't sleep, thank you. And then it was like 4 days of like, can't stop thinking about it, staying up all night, and just started, and then it started coming together, like the opening for the series that we filmed today.
So, you start thinking about like the content, right? But like,
no, I started thinking about the short film. Like, what would a short film look like?
But like logistically, how do you start? Like, okay, you have a director, a producer, a film. You know what I mean? There's so many. I
wasn't even thinking that.
Yeah, how do you get that ball rolling?
Well,
That's
I think I have a directorial
agents
mind, so there's a lot of stuff. Yeah. It was just about like seeing the camera movements, and then I started attaching music to it, and then the music started helping me a lot. So I probably listened to like 100 tracks. I don't know how many. It was a lot of tracks over the 4 days, and then I landed on a track, and I was like, "That's it." And then I started seeing the visual clearly, and then I did it over and over again, and then I remember. Dave was filming his first special in Austin, deep in the heart of Texas. And on the tour bus, I've been telling him for a while, like, "Hey man, I got that. I think I got it. I think I got the short film, man. I got it." He was kind of avoiding me a lot. He was like, "What if it sucks?" I encourage this guy, like it's gonna be bad.
Right.
And so I cornered him in the bus, and I put down the speaker, his own speaker, and I connected my phone. I played the song, and I acted it out for him. And he looked at me and goes, he goes, "That's genius." He goes, "That's genius. You should save that." I was like, okay.
And is he one of those guys that like if he says it, he means it?
Oh man,
like he's not the type to be like, yeah, that's dope, man. Like,
no, he won't say anything. It's. I know when he doesn't like something because I filmed a special on my own in DC, and it was dope. It was really cool, but it wasn't the one,
Yeah.
So I remember showing him a clip of it, and he goes,
"Cool, man." Cool.
Yeah, he didn't say anything. Okay. He didn't say anything.
Yeah, which is the sign. Like, I don't want to.
I was like, "We're dumping it. We're not selling it."
That's cool though. It's like I don't want to discourage you, but I don't want to be phony.
Yeah, he said that.
I got like goosebumps just hearing you say it.
It was really cool. Genius. And then I started pitching. I told Rami about it. I did that. And like it was like early 2015, and I started, people that I trusted around me. And I just held on to it, and then when we were pitching it, I took a little speaker in the room. Boom, did the same thing. Might as well, right?
Right.
So yeah, that's how it was like the opening for the pilot. So that's what it is.
That's fucking
awesome.
It's a wild. And we talked about this a little bit on the first interview, but to just have a guy like with the mind like his in your camp to just bounce things off.
Yeah, he's a friend, and he really cares for me. And I think just surrounding yourself with great people like that in general. Like I have really, really talented and also like really special people like Amer, who's like one of the greatest poets, honestly, maybe American poet of ever. He's just starting to get the notoriety that he deserves.
Yeah.
He just got nominated for a Grammy. With 846, the album with Dave, he put him on the B-side. Ever brought him out to Ohio, which is dope. And just having just great people. Azhar Usman, you might know him, might not know him, he's a great writer. But just like having really good people around you that just like that are just real. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, in an industry like this too, where I feel like so many people have the exact opposite of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I
Yes
still
men
talk
and
to my
fucking-
friends from like middle school. Like,
That's
we're
what you
still,
need.
We're in a WhatsApp group every day, busting balls. You know, like every day.
I think like the people who don't have that is
Yeah.
where you go south. If all your friends,
I'd feel
family,
so
and
empty, bro.
everything is new people from your industry life, you know, it's that. I think it's like the Kanye effect. I feel like none of the people you came up with are still with him,
Yeah.
and so you're not even that person anymore.
I'm adding.
Yeah,
you know,
sure,
like,
sure.
You know,
but it's about like,
film,
do you
yeah.
lose? Do you
Yeah.
detract? Because you can add as many people as you want.
Sure.
But you got to have the original people who are like,
Oh
you ain't
man,
shit,
the
dude,
best.
you
Yeah,
know?
my mother's like the center point for all that for me. You know,
Right.
like she's always like grounding me and all
Mm-hmm.
that. But I grew up that way. I came from nothing, bro. I'm a refugee, bro. I fled war.
Yeah,
I have my
yeah.
own series on
Wild.
Netflix and 2 specials. Like I'm one. You
I was
know
gonna
what
say
mean? Like,
this is
I beat
victory
the-
laps.
I
now.
beat it. Yeah,
this
it's not
is
even
running up the
victory
score
laps
at this
yet.
point.
I have
Yeah.
a big plan still.
Yeah.
You know, I have like a really big vision, ambitious vision, but it's like. You know what I mean? Like I feel none of that.
No, absolutely.
I feel nothing but just like smiles. You know, finally, I'm starting to feel happy again. Like I got divorced like fucking 18 months ago. I'm in the middle of this thing.
Dude, what was
So
that?
it's
You
just,
were
like,
telling us
brutal.
about that at the first interview when you rolled up to the hotel with the car and you told the valet, you're like, she can't take this. Like,
Yeah,
this one's,
yeah, that's the one
this
that you
one's
said,
mine,
right?
or something like that. It was something along those lines.
It was a very amicable divorce. You know what I mean?
I know that game though.
But
It's
the only
not
thing I
easy,
had
man.
was
Divorce
my car
is-
and my shit.
Yeah.
She was
It's
very
no
nice.
joke.
She folded everything really nice for me and put it in storage. It was very sweet. That's how I could tell she really cared about me. I looked at all the storage unit and I was like, everything is really folded up real nice and tight. You know what I mean? She really cared about me.
I get
It's very
that. I
sweet,
get that.
you know?
Dude. I'd be
You know?
like, that would definitely make it easier. Like,
Yeah.
all right, at least it's folded.
Yeah, at least it's really nice. It looks labeled. It's a tough one. It's gonna be
No,
made it worse.
yo.
I wish you threw everything in here.
That's hard to go through. Like, I feel like sometimes when people watch athletes, entertainers, comics, singers, whatever, you never think about their real life. It's like, I was doing all that shit and trying to make you laugh, sing, whatever, while going through a divorce or while
Disaster.
dealing with a death or while dealing with medical
Horrible.
issues or whatever. And
Horrible.
very, very, very few people will ever like think of that or give you that slack or mention that, you know?
Bro, it was so depressing. I can't tell you.
Yeah.
It's
No,
so
I know
bad.
that. Yeah.
No,
it's-
because
it's-
I got Black Adam, the movie, and then I had to unfortunately, not because I didn't want to do it, but because I was supposed to be filming my series the same time they were filming
fuck.
Black Adam. So I couldn't do it. So I didn't want to pass, but I passed. And so I was like, damn.
That's a tough.
Bro,
That's
it
a
was
tough
brutal.
one.
It was brutal. And
Was
I'm
there any
like
thought of trying to like
homeless,
push it
you know what I
off
mean?
or whatever?
Like,
yeah, right. Oh no.
Or I mean, I'm like, I'm minus, because I wanted to do right,
Yeah.
So
Right.
I'm in a spot. I went to go look at a house. I'm like full blown depression, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing shows with Chappelle and Rogan at that time. Rogan, what are you gonna do? And no, we were doing shows down there, and I just was like fighting this depression constantly. I was supposed to be rewriting the whole series because after you're done with the room, you have it. I couldn't get like a single word. It was so hard to just like do anything, and this is so great. So I just like, what, the series is not ready. I ended up making a hard decision to like push until the fall to film. And then I was like, damn, I could have done the movie. This is horrible. I went to go look at a house. I was like, this will be good, get stable again, find myself a house in Houston. I found one. I drove from Austin to Houston. Then I saw it. I told the real estate agent, let's get it. He calls me 5 minutes later. He's like, they accepted an offer. I'm like, why would they let me come in 3 hours to see the thing?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck these people. I was so mad.
That's fucked
And then
up.
I had 3 days left at the condo where I was staying at. I was like, oh, no, what am I going to do? And then I decided like to go to therapy. So on FaceTime or whatever, I was like, yo, I need to talk to somebody because this is not working. So I see a therapist. I'm sitting there. It was an amazing therapy session. She like gave me some gems. Dip out. I'm looking at the script like this, and I'm starting to write a little bit, smoke a little weed. And then I get a call from my agent saying, your replacement for Black Adam is not working out. Can we do it? I was like, go lock this thing in now.
Ink it immediately. Why are you even calling me?
Why are you
Yes.
even calling me? It was one of those. And then I went from not having a place to stay figuring out where I'm going to do next. Obviously, I was going to be okay. Like, I'm doing well.
Yeah,
but it was
still.
just one of those things. It's just
hectic.
It's just emotionally doesn't help.
Right.
And they were like, they need you to leave tomorrow. I was like, perfect.
I got nowhere to go. You got 48 hours left anyway.
It's just like one of those things. Like, whatever is truly like destined for you and written for you is going to happen.
So you're back. So back in Black Adam.
Oh yeah, finished.
Oh
yeah,
shit,
finished
man! I
it,
didn't
and we're
realize
doing
that.
reshoots.
That is a second chance at very often, very infrequently will you get a second crack at something like passing on that. That's incredible.
It was great.
What was that like?
It was incredible, man. It was really. When Pierce Brosnan is telling you this is one of the dopest things I've ever done,
he is the best. You could have said Dwayne Johnson, I wouldn't have reacted like that.
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan's the my guy.
Let me
That's
tell you
James
something.
Bond, bro.
Exactly. That was his first scene was with me, and because I already been filming that, and he showed up a little bit, later on for his bracket of. I forgot the name. I'm just I'm going off. Little sleep and travel. But he's really like one of my favorite human beings I
bet he smells great.
He sold. Dude, what was it that he did?
I smell better.
Yeah, he did.
It was.
We had the best time, dude.
Yeah,
we had
he's
the
a
best
cool
time.
guy.
He's the fucking man.
He just walks around like life, like this all the time. And at first, like I was like, I think I get it, and then you really got it. He's just like taking in the air, and I think a lot of people forget like we're one breath away from like not existing. And this guy is just constantly like taking in the oxygen and really living it. And he's been through a tough situation too. Like he has. God bless him. I don't want,
Yeah. Everybody's got that grind.
Yeah, he's has all that
extra
history.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and the last day he filmed, like everyone was just people were in tears, like
and that's a big time project to be a part of too.
For sure.
Obviously with the Rock.
For sure.
And
he was great too, man.
Yeah.
He was great when I wanted him to surprise the audience and like send a video. I asked him to do that to introduce me for my special, and with zero intention of asking him like, can I use it for this? Like I really didn't. I just like I want to surprise Houston. It would be dope to have him introduce me. And then he was like, I did it with this cadence, so you can use it in your special if you want. I was like,
wow,
no shit. I was like,
that's awesome.
It was one of those.
I'll ask you this question because I do it. I'm on a crusade, been on it my whole career.
Okay.
To just find somebody that has one bad story about The Rock. I think it's impossible.
Yeah.
Not like I always say, like, did he one day not hold the door for you? Is there anything that this guy did that one time you were like, oh, all right?
What a complete asshole. Let me tell you something.
Real piece of shit guy.
Well,
I literally have not heard one.
Bought me lunch. It was a pork sandwich. I'm like, what is this? I'm a Muslim, Rock.
Disrespect.
He was like, it's Hawaiian. It's been roasted. I don't want to hear it. I said,
fuck you, Dwayne.
And I did one of these, and he flinched, and I was like, we good? And I just walked away.
That guy's living,
I don't want to brag when they were,
holding
checking out my physique with my shirt. They were using The Rock dummy for it. It was really,
that's what your role was, right? In Black Adam, you were the stunt double. You were filling in for him.
Yeah, sorry, Tanawai. I was just like once they were using my frame, like for his frame to fit my jacket. I knew, what I mean?
That was the moment. Yeah,
I'm the guy. Really, let's be honest.
Shit, man. So think about it
really
though.
Cool.
I mean,
Everybody
we're talking
on there was
specials, your own series, Black Adam appearances on other series.
Yeah,
I mean. And getting back on stage, life is good, dude.
No, it's good.
It sounds like you were at a low point or at least a rough
not
patch
bad for a homeless guy.
Yeah, it's been great. Look, I'm very blessed as a homeless guy. I don't even want to make jokes like that. I'm living good. I don't want to feel like.
No, but you know what?
Gratitude is really important.
Sure, and I know there's almost always somebody worse off than you, no matter what your stage is in life.
Literally.
But also sometimes we go so far the other direction where it's like, okay, just because I am successful, maybe monetarily or fame, whatever, that doesn't mean that I can't be depressed or upset or,
no, exactly.
You're not
so it's like,
to that. It's important to remember like that you did, hit a valley and now back at a peak.
For sure. And I think it was important to go through and your heart's never impervious to that. Either you're ignoring it and eventually shit's going to hit the fan, or you're in a minute. And I'm like a sensitive dude to all that. I'm sensitive to energy. I'm sensitive to how I feel. Yeah. I'm really like that's who I am. I didn't create myself. This is who I am. And it's one of those things that I just, that I was aware of, and it was like hyper real experience for me. And man, it was really important to go through that for everything else to do what it's supposed to do.
I feel like you're in a like. Not much controversy around you or anything like that, right? Like I feel like it's hard to be like at Barstool. There's always a lot of drama and shit because you get on like the negative side of the internet, or you're fighting people and battling, and it's like that shit can take its toll. And I feel like,
I don't do that. I've
stay
seen,
happy, stay fucking.
Well, here's the thing. I'm like I have a prop. Like social media to me is like a little bit depressing, to be honest with you.
A little bit.
I need to like be able to flip that. I really hope in the near future I could flip that. But also people who are critical of my work or whatnot, it's like it's not really the spot to have these kind of conversations.
No.
And I'm okay, of course. You got to be okay with criticism, what we do and what we put out, but also like rushing to judgment without understanding the full scope of the work or the piece of art you're putting out is also like really annoying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what it is too, though?
It's
You know what
just
also?
like,
It's like
you worked all these years, you're so thoughtful and you're working on every single detail. I'm like, he's at it, fuck you. You know, like you're just
almost
mad at yourself, bro.
Yes, that's the
You
thing.
know?
It's almost like they're rushing to judgment and you're almost rushing to judgment on them. And you deserve to rush to judgment on them, but it's like that dude talking that shit has all his shit that's been bothering him and fucking up his life.
Yeah.
It's just like everybody needs to forget about pretty much everything said on the
there's
internet.
a reason we shouldn't talk to each other then.
Yeah, it's like
We're definitely not like this. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
those
Like,
are people are strangers, man. They mean nothing.
Yeah,
they,
well, no,
and
I
you
care
don't know
about
who
the
they
people.
are
I
and-
want them to watch my stuff. I
Sure,
want them
sure.
to enjoy it. And it's like, comedy is an art form. It's very subjective. And there's at least, I'd like to think of myself somebody who's really like thoughtful about what he's saying and what he's
you can
crafting,
absolutely
what
hear
he's
that.
putting together.
Yeah.
It's just really annoying for someone to be just so dismissive
Right.
so quickly. And it's very few and far between, honestly. But it's still like nauseate you a little
Oh,
bit.
absolutely. I feel like as
That's
long as
okay.
you can tell me you don't like me or you don't think it's funny or whatever.
Yeah.
But just don't dismiss that it was hard or it was thoughtful or it took
Yes.
time or other people worked on it and it's like you
Bro.
hate me, but basically you're condemning all of their work and his work and her work.
You're talking to a guy who started pre 9/11 as named Muhammad
Yeah.
Mustafa Najjar, Amer, and it's like, and that's my family name, but it's like at the same time, it's like you don't understand that there's most places in the South where I've done stand up as a teenager and in my early 20s that they probably still to this day have not run into another Muhammad.
Right. That's it. Right.
You
You're the
understand
one.
where I came from? Like I came from like below zero. Like it
Yeah.
was a situation where I was navigating not only just, getting gigs, but also like looking around a little bit
Sure.
and seeing what it is and then just being able to win that crowd over and leave like a line. Like, yo, this is such an experience. And I understood the importance of what I was doing on such a like intimate level. And that's why when early on when I first started, whether it be my mother worried for me or discounting it or people think like, can you really do this? I knew the importance of doing it. And to this day, I promise you, in some of those cities, they still haven't had a comedian that came in there with my background, talking about the stuff I did, and also winning them over and having a conversation with them after that really, I hope, made some kind of impact. You know what I mean? Like, it's different. Yeah. It's totally different. So it's like,
it shows.
I worked my ass off.
Yeah, but it shows. Like, just in talking with
Yeah.
you. And I feel like those people probably would, and at the very least, they remember that smell.
And had a blast.
They'll always remember that.
I didn't have it then, bro. I was too poor for that. The story when I got that cologne, by the way, when I got this oil, is I called this place. I was like, hey, do you have Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue? And the guy answered the phone. He goes, ooh, we only deal with high-end. I was like, bitch, I'll be there in 5 minutes.
That's exactly what I want to hear.
And I got schooled, bro. It was
fucking
the
great.
best thing that happened to me.
Hey, man. That's the best thing. Not the series and the specials and touring with Dave and Rogan. It was that.
No, that's scent. That's scent. Yeah, of course, bro. Nobody wants to stink out here.
Pointing on the elbows over here.
I don't smell bad. You know? All right, yeah, all right. Maybe you're just used to your Massachusetts scent. You know what I mean?
It always felt like that Dunkin' Donuts cup.
This guy smells like a golf course and pine. I don't know. What do you guys smell like on the East Coast?
Fucking,
I smell like the
bar.
F word.
Racism. It's nice.
All right, brother. Well, it sounds like things are going awesome. So, I mean, there's a million things to be on
I'm
stage at
stressed
Caroline's.
out.
This
is the most fun I've had in a while. To be honest.
Good. I'm happy to
We're
hear
doing
that. We got Caroline's from what, the 24th, 26th?
Yeah, 24th through 26th, Thursday through Saturday.
Be on the lookout for Black Adam and the series and specials and know the name, motherfuckers. Know the name.
No, it's exciting, bro. It's definitely exciting and it's a little nerve wracking, but
I
it's
believe
great,
it, dude.
man. It's
Congratulations,
great,
bro.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
having
so
me.
much,
Y'all are fucking blast, bro. I could do this shit all. I can see why y'all are here all the time. It's so much fun. It's so
That's
much
the
fun.
best feedback we can get, dude.
No, for real, man. You guys are like so much fun to work
Try to
with.
make it a little more enjoyable than your average.
Yeah, for sure, bro. It's not regular shit. It's
If you're watching on YouTube, click here to subscribe so that you get all the new episodes as they come out. And John, what should they click if they want notifications? Make sure you click thumbs up for the like, hit that bell icon.